You're listening to the Overcome Pornography for Good podcast, episode 193, Dead People Goals. Welcome to the Overcome Pornography for Good podcast, where we take a research-based, trauma-informed, and results-focused approach to quitting porn. This approach has been revolutionary and changed thousands and thousands of lives. I'm your host, Sarah Brewer. Hey everyone, welcome to today's podcast. Today we're going to talk about dead people goals. It's been a while since I've thanked you all for just the reviews that you've left me on the podcast. Thank you so much. That's such a great way for me to continue to help get this podcast out there and help people who need help. And I love reading them. So it's just, it's awesome for me and really helps my message get out there. We rank on different podcast platforms based off of reviews and based off of downloads and views and all those things. And so if you haven't left me a podcast review, but you would like to, I would love that. Thank you so much. I would really love that. It's pretty simple. You just scroll down to your whatever app you're listening to, and there should be a pretty quick and easy place to leave a review. But let me share this one that recently came in. It says, transformational. The techniques taught in this podcast have been absolutely transformational. I've wanted to quit watching porn since I was a teenager over 20 years ago, but nothing I tried ever worked for more than a couple of months. When I found this podcast, I was skeptical, but I started listening and practicing the techniques, and I noticed very quickly that it was making a difference. Since then, I've joined the coaching program, and my life is all but free of porn. Not only do I have less of a desire to view, but I have found more satisfaction in my job, more confidence in myself, and a stronger relationship with my wife and family. I can't put into words how strongly I recommend this podcast to anyone who wants to make a change and stop watching pornography in their life. So thank you so much. That's so awesome. I really, really, really appreciate that. And congratulations. Oh, so good. It's true, right? This is about so much more than quitting porn. Yeah, I'll teach you some techniques, but we really aren't just focused here on don't look at porn. We're focused on learning all of these other tools that will make the unwanted porn use a lot less, and then also help you live your life how you want to live. If porn wasn't holding you back, how would you want to live? And we teach you how to do that. So that's kind of a good lean into our episode today, which is on dead people goals. This idea originated from what I'm seeing is it's from psychologist Ogden Lindsley, and it's kind of a common concept that a lot of therapists will use, specifically with cognitive behavioral therapy. But I love this idea. I love this concept, and I want to chat about it. So a dead person goal is a goal that a dead person will always be able to accomplish and accomplish it better than you as a living person. So some examples of dead people goals would be never yell at your kids, never feel depressed. Of course, never look at porn, never think about porn, never have sexual urges. These dead people goals is anything that a dead corpse can do better than a live human being. And so these goals of I'm never going to do this are typically a dead person goal. These, as you can probably tell, are difficult, if not impossible, to accomplish, and they're not motivating. Dead people goals are realistic because the truth is that you won't know, if your dead person goals, I'll never view porn again, I'll never look at porn again, you're never going to know if that is actually going to happen. You're never going to be able to reach that goal until you're dead. And that's okay. That's okay. We'll talk about that in a minute and how to reframe these to help you live the life that you want to live. But, if you have that as a goal, I'm never going to view porn again, I really want you to consider how difficult, unmotivating, and probably unrealistic that is. And what I'm not saying is that you can't live a life in full alignment with your values. But even that goal, I'm always going to live within my values, that almost feels like a dead person goal because who always lives in their values every single time? Who never ever makes a mistake? Only dead people. And dead people probably don't have values, right? So that's even a little bit unrealistic. Dead people goals, they hurt your relationship with yourself. So setting these unrealistic goals that you can't really measure, it just keeps you wondering and not trusting yourself. I'm never going to view porn again. You view porn, that just hurts your relationship with yourself. You're like, see, I don't do what I say I'm going to do. These goals also tend to create more shame, right? It's really harmful to expect perfection of yourself and to even strive, say, I can't be happy until I know I will never view porn again, until I don't have sexual urges again. The reality is that sexual urges are normal. Sexuality is normal. And not just normal, but they're good. Sexual urges are good. They're okay. They're a part of the human experience. And, if you've heard me for a little while, you've heard me talk about, that wanting pornography is not bad. Wanting pornography is just a physiological symptom that comes with having a human body that is a sexual body. You can't set a goal of never thinking about porn, never having sexual urges, or, even that goal, I will never ever look at porn again. Oh, even that could be really shame-inducing and hurt your relationship with yourself. So instead, and here's what I want to go to, because sometimes people maybe hear me say that. They'll be like, well, then what do you say? That we just accept and we just justify all of our porn use? And no, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying instead, let's create living goals that are achievable for you as an alive person, as a person who experiences all the range of emotion, who is here on earth to learn and grow and heal. You're not here on earth to just be perfect. You're also not here on earth to not experience things like sexuality. You're here on earth to learn and grow and heal, to follow your value system, discover what those are, and just do your best. And along the way, you're experiencing all the things and feeling what it means to be alive as a person and helping as many people as you can while you do that. So, goals achievable for you as an alive person, I want you to think about a compass. So, you have a compass and you decide which way you want to go. You decide if you want to go east, west, north, south, whatever. And you decide to go in the direction of that direction. So let's say you want to go west. Now you can't arrive at west. There is no arrival point at west. There's only moving in the direction of west. So just like you can't ever reach perfection or a perfect life, or I know 100% for sure that I will never have porn again in my life. You can't ever reach that because you just will never know. As long as you're alive, you can't ever say that, but you can go in the direction of that. You can go in the direction of healthy sexuality. I'm going in the direction of living my sexual values and I'm getting really good at it. What this requires you to do is it requires you to drop the perfectionism, which so many of you struggle with. And, I say that with a lot of love because I have too. It requires you to drop perfectionism, drop all or nothing, and instead, can I live and be what I want to be now, even if I'm not perfect? Can I live and be exactly what I want to be, knowing that I'm going in the right direction? Sometimes these dead people goals, they get in the way of our actual progress because, I'm never ever going to view porn again. And then all you focus on is not viewing porn. There's a lot of issues with that for many reasons. One of them is, right, if you tell yourself you're never going to think about porn and you focus on not thinking about porn, what are you going to think about? You're going to think about porn. It backfires, right? And it might keep you from getting the help that you need or taking the tiny baby steps that you need because you're going to be focused on just quitting cold turkey. Now, what happens when we quit cold turkey? It just doesn't work long term very often, or for an extended period of time. And so instead of, all right, I'm going to go do some of the inner work and go towards in the direction of that goal, you're thinking, no, I have to hit the dead person goal right now. And that really self-sabotages you. So if you might be stuck in that, I want you to ask yourself, is there something that I'm missing that can point me in the right direction and help me go in the right direction of living in my sexual values instead of just trying to fulfill a dead person goal, which is never view porn again. Another great tactic as when you're switching out of dead people goals can be switching from what you don't want to what you do want. So instead of, I don't want to view porn ever again, I do want to develop different coping mechanism for my negative emotions. I do want my sexuality to be used for connection and love. I do want to love my sexual self. I want to love my sexuality. I want to be excited about using it in real life in ways that fit my value system. I want to move towards something really beautiful and awesome. I want to live a life where I'm not afraid of it. I want to live a life where it's integrated into me and it's creating a beautiful life instead of ruining my life, right? I want to live from a place of more self-compassion, but I also want to live moving towards sexual values. I want to live a life knowing that I'm a good person. I want to love who I am and I want to love my life. This is why, and I've gone back and forth on changing the name of my podcast and even my program, Overcome Pornography for Good, because, right? What does it sound like? It kind of sounds like overcome pornography for good, never, ever, ever view porn again. And that's harmful. That's harmful. And so the first thing in the program, when you come to the program, is I do have you watch a video on that. And I've done episodes on this, but we're redefining what that means to overcome pornography for good. Instead of it meaning that you never ever look at porn again, it means that porn doesn't have power over you anymore. Overcome pornography for good is not a dead person goal. We're figuring out to heal from all of the things that have been going on with this for good. This isn't going to control our life anymore. This isn't going to control how we feel about ourselves anymore. This is not going to be my greatest struggle in life anymore. So many of you have been told that this is just something you have to struggle with forever. That's not true. That's not true. And so yes, all these tools are going to help you decrease, especially, those compulsions for porn, or anytime that you feel a little bit out of control, it's going to really help you with that. But more so, it's going to help you get back into control, heal the sexual shame so that the sexual shame doesn't have power over you, and learn how to integrate this beautiful sexual being that you are into your daily life without constantly feeling guilt, shame, and like a terrible person because you have viewed pornography in the past. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you today. As always, I want to invite those of you who are feeling called to come and join us in the program. If that's like your thing, you're like, oh, that's what I need to do to move in the direction of where I want to be, we'd love to have you. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast yet, but there is going to be a price increase in October. So if you have been wanting to join, this is a great time to do so before that price increase. We have a number of amazing things that we're adding with that price increase and just a lot more support that's been added. And so it's a great time to lock in now at this current price if you want to join. So we'd love to have you there. centerforovercoming.com/work with me. All right, you guys, we will talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye-bye. I want to invite you to come and listen to my free class, How to Overcome Pornography for Good Without Using Willpower. We talk about how to stop giving into urges without pure willpower or relying on phone filters so that you can actually stop wanting pornography. We talk about how to stop giving up after a few weeks or months, and spoiler alert, the answer isn't have more willpower. And then lastly, we talk about how to make a life without porn easily sustainable and permanent. If you're trying to quit porn, this class is a game changer. So you can go and sign up at sarahbrewer.com/masterclass, and it is totally free.